We've got a couple of frequent guests to the program actually joining us on the show. Daulton O'Neill, founder of Greenlight Events up in Dallas, chiming in this week on the show, telling us a little bit about some events that he's got coming up. And then also Lucas Evans over at Earth Endeavor. And then later in the program will be Jay McGuire from the Texas Hemp Federation, kind of giving us a legislative update of all things going on down there at the 88th legislature as lawmakers look to make some changes, hopefully for the better, guys. But welcome. Let's bring in Daulton and say hi. How you doing, Daulton?
For having me, Russell. Excited to be on another episode of the Texas Hemp Reporter.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for being on the show. And we've been bumping into you, kind of hanging out sometimes over there with J-Man. And you still booking some shows for Weed and Whiskey?
Yeah. That's the current mandate. We're looking for really fun folks to get on the show. And as you saw, the new studio in Austin, I think we're going to start going in between it. We actually have a meeting with him tomorrow to find out, the run of show and when we're going to start scheduling folks.
Yeah, it's really exciting. He wants to see if I might do a show down there once in a while because I'm in Austin. I'm kind of open to see what we explore with that opportunity. But that studio was beautiful. I got to see you over there on Wednesday afternoon, or really that was Tuesday, I guess, a day before yesterday. But very exciting opportunity down there. Those guys do a great job over there at Real News.
Yeah, the location's everything, booking guests. It's like, hey, come down to downtown and take a peep at the governor's mansion. At the very least, even if you didn't want to be on our show, you'd still have a good time. And it would leave a good, hypothetically, we messed up, which we never do. They'd still have a good experience. So it's not like they're in a, dark closet in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, this new studio has the background of the Capitol behind it. I posted a picture of J-Man and I sitting there at the broadcast desk the other day, and a very beautiful studio. So we're excited to be over there and get an opportunity to do those some shows ourselves over there with the Texas Hemp Show. So we're excited about moving forward with that. But you guys rubbed elbows with some players in the cannabis space. Tell us about that event. I missed out on that, but I knew you guys were going.
It was like a super last minute thing that I heard. We got reached out to by a couple folks from Vicente Cederberg, a law firm. I hope I'm saying that right, in Denver. And the Nelson family and Woody Harrelson got together to have a, legislature policy talk to see what we could do to move forward, kind of like a direct action fundraiser, trying to just push things forward, give updates. There was a historic hearing the next day. So I kind of just got the last minute invite. J-Man was in on it. And yeah, Woody was there. I mean, Woody is like a personal hero of mine and so many other folks. He's one of the original Hempsters.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. When he was in the movie Hempsters, he got arrested in Kentucky. Yeah. Oh, love that picture.
There you go. There you are with Woody himself there.
Yeah, we had to hunt him down. I thought he left, and I got all sad for a second. So I'm like, dude, I got to get your picture. Because the funniest thing, everybody's got a favorite Woody movie, but, Zombieland, the very first scene, it's like, hey, this isn't a shithole. It's just Garland, Texas. And, I grew up in Garland, Texas, and it was just kind of hilarious. That was like a big joke, because Zombieland was a big movie at the time. But Woody's like the original hempster, getting arrested in Kentucky for planting industrial hemp seed, I think, in the early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was just really cool to see him. It kind of rejuvenated, I know, me and some other folks. It wasn't open to the public or anything, but I think with the results they got, they'll probably be doing more stuff. I don't know with the Harrelsons involved, but they'll probably do more events like that.
Our second guest, Lucas, we're both at the recent EarthX down there. Can you tell us how did that turn out? What was the experience like there for the Dallas EarthX that was a weekend before?
EarthX was great. It's one of the largest environmental trade shows and expos, bringing together for-profit companies, nonprofit companies, and governmental agencies. And we had a really good hemp turnout. We had Morris from NOCO bring down and run the hemp general store. It actually was freezing on Sunday. He almost sold out of hemp hoodies. You wouldn't think people are buying a bunch of hoodies in late April in Texas, but it was so darn cold that he was selling them like left and right. I'd like to know how many hoodies he sold on Sunday. We had, Ray from the Hemp Builders Association bring a lot of really good setup. There was a lot of real estate and construction people in Dallas walking around the show. We had a built environment conference. So I know on firsthand that a lot of real estate and construction builders walked through and saw specifically the hemp wood product that folks are a little excited about. And it was just a good show, man. It was a good
Yeah.
show. It's not as much about the CBD and the cannabinoids. We had some of that there, and I think all the exhibitors that I talked to were pretty pumped about it. So it's fun show. Earth Day in Dallas, and it was good getting everybody together.
Well, we're working with your team on a new cover for the June edition of the Texas Hemp Reporter. You've got your annual event that you do with the Texas Roundup. Are you starting to get folks booked for this? I understand it's going to be in August this year, but we're partnering with you on covering this and trying to get some of the maybe speakers that you've got lined up and maybe promote this with you in the magazine. Or you want to talk a little bit about what you've got coming up?
Yeah, we're about to go all in, Russell, and I appreciate it. We're excited to work with you on this. Like when I first met you, I said, "Hey, we want to do a cover, but just it's got to be the right time and the right thing." And the Texas Cannabis Roundup's going to be in August, either 10th or 17th. We're
Mm-hmm.
debating on the date right now,
Mm-hmm.
still, but it's about 105, 110 days away, and it's going to be fun, man. We're going to have a couple of exhibitors. We're going to open that back room. It's going to be at the Longhorn Ice House over there in Irving. The Texican Hotel's like the perfect place to stay. You got Red River, one of the largest saloons, Honky Tonks in Dallas. It's like second biggest other than Billy Bob's in Fort Worth. We've got a couple speakers already announced and a couple sponsors. I'm really about to get that out to folks and see who wants to participate. We've gotten really lucky with the laws not getting slammed shut on us just yet. It's
Mm-hmm.
always nerve wracking as an event promoter to throw an event and all of a sudden, let's say they just change all the laws right before the event. We're really lucky to have a good partnership with Longhorn Ice House. They want us, we want them. It's on a Thursday night. We always joke that, dude, Russell, you know how hard it is to get you to come on a Saturday? Impossible. But
Yeah.
Thursday, you might make it. And so we're hoping to give everybody a long weekend, everybody take Friday off or at least take a half day. And it's going to be a good time. We're rounding up the Texas cannabis industry.
That's right.
And I hate to promote it like that because everybody's got conferences and this, and we do a little bit different. We promote business, B2B. It's really tailored towards, cannabis and hemp executives that want to meet other people in the supply chain, meet their buyer, meet distribution. I mean, I bet we at least have like 150 stores,
Well, we
like collectively, with chains and I'm being pretty, conservative on that because we're going to have, the biggest processors, biggest chain stores, and some of the biggest products. Like they're already told me they're coming. So
Well,
everything.
we were there last year in Daulton, and it was a huge success. It was a lot of fun. You get to meet new people in the space. There were folks that I met that I know now that I met at that event. So the Texas Cannabis Roundup really puts together folks that are in this space, and from that B2B professional, you get to hear speakers. It's also a lot of fun as well. But last year you did it on a Wednesday, which I like that you're doing these on Wednesdays and Thursdays because everybody has plans on the weekend. So you just
Right.
come up to Dallas for on a Wednesday night or Thursday and come hang out. We got there at 5 o'clock on Wednesday last year.
It gives me a little bit of anxiety when you're like driving on a Saturday. There's people's kids' baseball games, there's bachelor parties, there's weddings. I don't want to put you in a tough spot of, are you going to come to the coolest Texas cannabis event of the year, or go to your kid's baseball game? I don't want to put you in that spot. So everybody can come enjoy a thirsty Thursday. And actually, Russell, I just booked a Smoke and Fish charter, so I'm going on May 25th to go smoke and fish with that guy. So hopefully we get that captured and maybe play a little bit. We think the run of show is going to be about an hour. It's all about just bringing people together, meeting folks. Sunlight's the best disinfectant, and we like to have a party. We like to get people together. The conferences are great. We'll have a couple speakers, but it's really get in and get out.
I'm going to go to commercial break, Daulton, but fire off the website. How can folks get in touch with you to learn more about the roundup?
Yeah. Go to Facebook. We have an event launch. You go to greenlighteventsco.com. Instagram, Texas Cannabis Roundup. Tickets are going to be for sale on Event High most likely. So just check it out. It's stuff should be coming out. Like second week of May.
Well, very cool. Thank you so much. You guys stay right there. We're going to take a commercial break. This is the Texas Hemp Show here on ESPN 102.7. We'll be back on the other side.